Okay, guys, we're back. I'm gonna go with this one first. It seems better. Right, what is that? Yeah. So I have stronger shields. Let's see. Can we use powerful beam? Nah, we're gonna stick with beam. Let's see what multi-power shot. I might actually switch to that. We're not gonna go swarm because this is better. And I'm assuming that I unlock special weapons when I beat it on different difficulties, but I haven't done that. Anyway, great job, Ace. The city is saved. Project Saviors success. Mannings. Everybody has to listen. Yeah, you promised to tell me what's going on, and now's the time. Hey, he actually did. I can tell you. I guess I can tell you that much. Remember the first contact we made with the Nautiloians? The Nautiloids. I'm just gonna make up a word because I can't pronounce that. That's not made up, but you know what I mean. Replace it. All those years ago, I was working for the government back then. I figured right away he wanted more than to exchange technology. Manning was my boss back then, and I tried to warn him, but he wouldn't listen. Oh, they actually do explain a little bit. I don't remember this from other character. Whatever. Maybe that character didn't give a damn. After making my concerns known to one too many time, I got fired. Apparently, they thought I was paranoid. They were afraid I would do something that could endanger the relationship between the Neptulans, and that's when I started Project Saviors, to prepare the day they would turn on us. Someone's calling. I'm guessing it's Manning. Told you to stay out of this. Not only that, but destroyed the most expensive prototype. Better be ready to give us money. I did what you couldn't. I'm the best. It doesn't matter now. They've taken over all our technologists. The war is lost before it even started. Yeah, well, I did a thing, and my ships are cooler than that. It's like the equivalent of... Can you shut up and listen? I say... That's me. Humph. Do what... Yeah, okay. And like the... Okay, now we got two people that are very antagonistic to each other. To everybody, actually. John just is... Okay, so now we're gonna go into space. Okay, so I guess they did explain. I didn't remember that they explained that I guess humanity has met aliens, and then the aliens wanted to exchange technology, but the reason they wanted to exchange the technology is so that they could take over all of our military stuff. And so Project Saviors is the only hope, because one man was paranoid, which I guess isn't terrible of a story, because there's lots and lots of... I mean, like, the general concept isn't bad. There's tons of things that are that story. It's kind of a cliche, if anything. But this game is just fun. It's just, I mean, it's pretty short stuff, too, because you can just kind of dick around, and there's a bunch of other modes, too. It's just kind of fun, so, like... I enjoy games like that a lot, as if you'll know that one of my favorite game series is the Earth Defense Force games, which are not good games, really, but they're just fun. Same thing with, like, Dynasty Warriors. I guess other people will argue that those are pretty good games or whatever, but I mean, I think they're just a fun game. But yeah, this is like this Star Soldier game from Nintendo 64. The whole intro to this game is basically that game. Just, you know, doesn't look as good, which is weird to say because it was N64, but it had, you know, had better design, I think. I love that game. I played it a lot. I think I actually talked about it before. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think that there's plenty of room for games that are just dumb fun. And I think this is one of them. But I think it's like one of those things. It's like, the story and quality of story adds an aspect of, like, those bad movies that are, like, bad to the point of being hilarious to watch with friends. Like, I don't know, like The Room or Troll 2. I mean, I guess the writing isn't... It's not that terrible, but just the way all the stuff comes across, it's funny. And the faces are awful. Just makes me laugh. Look at them. Look at this. What is with their eyes? What is with the weird holes around John's eyes? And his super big lips? Whatever. I'm here, old man. What's next? Alright. Here's what I figured out. Before heading to their home planet, you need to do two things. First, you need to disable long-range scanners so that they can't see you coming. This will let you go through defenses orbiting the planet. Next, you need to get an identification code. The heavy surface cannons will destroy any ship that tries to get on the planet without this code. Ugh. I don't know why I'm yawning. I've heard rumors about their communications center being located in the Stratnus system. I've sent Jonas and Mona ahead to investigate. Start heading towards the warp point, and I'll brief you further when you get there. Fine, I'll run your stupid errands. I'd just rather head to the planet, destroy everything, though. The space is filled with ships now. Our ships that have been taken over, and they will surely try to stop you from reaching the port. Be careful. He just ignored everything he said. With the, like, this guy just wants to get in there and blow him up, and they basically just ignored each other. He's like, hey, so we're the only hope for Earth now. And I'm your boss that gives you... And his job is obviously to plan the missions and then let his pilots be good pilots. But this guy's just like, hey, fuck you for doing your job, man. Which is like, why? Why is he so antagonistic? It's like... I don't even know what to say. It's just ridiculous. It's so silly. And the other... I mean, the girl was so funny, because it's just like... Everything explodes. It was beautiful. She just loved explosions. Which is pretty much why, I mean, not necessarily only explosions, but, you know, that's basically why I like this game. Blowing shit up, it's fun! I'm having a good time. And if you wait for it to be on sale, I got this game, like, for, like, I don't know, 50 cents or something like that. I mean, I feel like it's worth more than that, but I'm happy to pay that little. Oh, boss. Boss time! Time to use the power missiles. Also, everything dies super easy on... I've been playing the game... I'm gonna have to... I have to start over because I wanted to do this. But I was playing the game on normal, and things take longer to die, and it's significantly harder. There's a steep jump. There's almost no challenge whatsoever. Which I think is fine. I think that's kind of what an easy mode should be in a game. It's like... I think that pretty much every game should have a way to be enjoyed by anyone, pretty much. Even if it's just like baby difficulty or whatever. You know? Like, why not? I mean, that's probably the best way, is if you make like an easy mode that works up to a harder difficulty. You can get people that might not want to just jump in at a hard game, and they'll like learn and practice and then be like, oh wait, this is kind of fun, I want to try being better. What does this do? Everybody has this exact same skill, I think, except for I think Mona's makes her do more damage. I don't care about this point, but we want this point. We want both of these further points, and you have to put points in. So what else do we have? Nope. That's a weapon from the blue guy. Side multi-blaster. Actually, it looks pretty cool. You know what? We're going to try that. We're going to do this. Let's go on to the next mission. Alright, Ace, it's time to go through the warp point to Sagittarius. Fighting while going through there will be hard because everything's going to go fast. But your ship will be fine. There's some ridiculous lines in this too. It'll be fast and crazy, but your ship can fine. Your ship's fine. It's fine. Oh, okay, here we go. We get the other characters to say a few words. Jonas, and watch him do his goopy mouth there. God, they look like they're made out of clay. They look like they should be on Gumby. Already cleared a lot of the ships now. Getting through should be easier. I destroyed my fair share too. There shouldn't be too many left. Everybody's face is so weird. Still need to be careful though. The speed makes it harder to deal with the remaining ships. Like I've told you, I can handle anything, old man. Fast speed just means I can destroy enemies faster. Don't get cocky, kid. It won't be easy, but you can do it. Show Manning that and everybody that I was right and I wasn't crazy. I'm not a crazy old man. It's just silly. What's that? But it's, it's actually a very playable and fun game. The story is so ridiculous. I mean, it's just what good thing I was saying, that there's a lot, and there's lots of other of these games that exist on Steam, and some of them are really good. I have a handful of them, and I mean, some of them are a lot crazier, like the big crazy shmuppy games, and I'm not very good at those. Luckily, a lot of them are like, oh, you can play with Infinity Continues or whatever, and actually beat the whole game. It's still fun. I don't remember all the ones I played. Yeah, this level is ridiculous too because everything moves so fast. But like, we've existed, if you've played shmups before, you've existed in a world where your shmups basically didn't have story, and I think that's probably because they just don't need it. Like, old arcade games were just like, put a quarter in, your ship launches, and then there's a bunch of other ships that you're going to shoot with lasers. It's cool. And then, they move to consoles and whatever. Maybe they get a little touch of story or whatever. They don't need it. Like, I think an example of an amazing game, Ikaruga, I believe it had a story, kind of. I played it a lot, and I don't think I ever read it, paid attention, or cared. Because you know what? That was a little bit different because that gameplay was amazing. This gameplay is just pretty good. Ikaruga was an amazing game. It still is, actually, I think. But, like, there's no need for story in that. And they knew that, so if it was there, it wasn't, like, forced onto you. Not that this really is either. Because you can just skip this. I can just hit start mission. But I just want to look at these things. Ace, we might have a problem. That was so easy, I almost fell asleep. It seems like the Nipple-Lipple-Lipples have figured out what they're trying to do and they're going to stop us. They have taken control over Arms Carrier 2x8. Don't know what that is. Oh, well, he tells me. The flagship of the human fleet. I've sent it to stop me. Yeah, that thing it's tough. It's a big old tough. Keep saying that, and everything turns out easier than stealing cones from squirrels? It's gotta be a foreign phrase, because that doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. Good idea to take down, blow up its turrets. Don't worry about it. Blow it up. This level is, the occasional of these this game's levels are like, oh, we've already experienced one, I forgot that. The last one before we lifted off of Earth, they're just like, I am solely a boss fight, with the exception of, I don't know, like 10 enemies that start on the screen at the beginning. But yeah, here we go, solely a boss fight pretty much. The whole rest of this level is going to be about this ship shooting at me and me flying around it weirdly. And probably killing it really fast. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, I'm in easy mode, so it makes sense. Oh man, yeah. That big cannon right there in the front that's shooting those giant beams, on the next difficulty, it just like shoots them 3 times as fast. It's significantly shmuppier, which is a good thing. That's what you want out of these games generally. People like a challenge in these kinds of games, so I think it's fair that it is a challenge. But I also am happy about the easy mode that lets me play and talk at the same time. I don't know if I could play and talk through some of the normal parts, well, towards the end. Maybe here it'd still be okay, but it gets pretty difficult as I was struggling with some parts while playing it, not recording. But there we go, we blew up that giant ship. The 2x4 of planet Earth. Earth's 2x4 that the enemies inexplicably took over. We got bombs. Cool. And I think that's good enough for part 2, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.